as police in the Lebanese capital have been trying to disperse anti-government protesters. Demonstrators against corruption were dismantling concrete roadblocks and barbed wire put up earlier by security forces. RT's Paula Slier is in the thick of it for us and joins us live now. Paula, how volatile is the situation there at the moment in the Lebanese capital?
Well, in the last few hours, all mayhem has broken out over here. In the last few minutes, all mayhem has broken out here. We are standing just in front of a police barricade. Now, to the left of me are the police, and just down the road over here are protesters. They're standing on the corners and they're provoking with jaunts and with also throwing rocks and stones at the police. We're on standby. We're expecting that the situation could explode any second. A few minutes ago, we all came running down the street. We were caught with literally thousands of protesters who have since dispersed. And what really was a rally, a fun event a few hours ago, has descended into this very extremely violent situation. We saw protesters bleeding on the side of the road. We saw some riot police hitting and clubbing and arresting protesters. Now, all of this comes as the organizers of the rally give the government a 72-hour ultimatum to deliver to their demands. There are growing concerns, though, that all of this will result in a political vacuum that ultimately could see some extremist groups hijacking what was supposed to be unrest about civil voices. What exactly are you writing?
I'm writing, in our life we have only one chance to be united and to make a revolution against all the corruption people.
But revolution has left in its wake 250,000 dead in Syria, Libya teetering on the brink of lawlessness, and huge swaths of Iraq in the hands of Islamic State.
We are afraid that the same situation will emerge here as we have seen in Syria, Libya and Egypt. These protests could lead to chaos that would open the door for Islamic State to enter the Lebanese political scene.
The pictures of angry and violent youth on the streets of Beirut is a worry to the city's residents. Many are choosing to stay home.
We need to improve our democratic system. We need to have a more efficient way of dealing with the crisis, but it doesn't mean that we want to eradicate everything, because then we would be moving from the organized chaos that we live in to total anarchy, and anarchy will give us something else.
But that something else, believes Salah and the thousands of protesters who flooded Lebanon's streets, could only be better. What started as a protest about garbage has escalated into a demonstration over just about everything that's wrong with the country's government. No electricity, no water, no governance, no president, and plenty of corruption. The result is not only trash piling up in the streets of Beirut, but anger and division.
As many as 20,000 protesters are expected on these streets come Saturday night. How many turn out will largely determine the fate of this public protest. If the numbers are big, the government will need to take urgent action. If not, this wave of public anger could very well be over. Paula Slier, RT, Beirut.